At the end of the day, I think it's just you're guided by the energy. You as a producer or as an artist will know when you've reached that point where it's like, how quick the thing is ready to go. You feel me?
Programs manager. Come on, brother. Pass it to Kambu.
Okay, so we got 4 hours before everybody before they watch me, they won't buy me. Y'all pass.
Okay, so what is the Vibrate Music Production Workshop? This is a workshop that was designed to be able to help producers, not just young producers, but I mean producers who are just aspiring to become big in the industry by trying to learn the technical know-how of how things work by producing music. So I think there's the need for us to be able to also teach artists so that they can have idea about how their production is made for them.
What I did was I put a limiter on the log drum because I did not want the log drum to phase and overpower the the 808.
Yeah, I think there's a very noticeable bridge in the way things go in the Ghana creative industry in regards to professionals and people who are emerging. And I wanted to bridge that gap because if there are more emerging people with the information that some of the pros have, we'll have more pros in the ecosystem, and that means that the place will flourish. You know, Ghana will flourish as a creative ecosystem. We got more people who are doing it at a higher level.
This is my first year actually doing music professionally and like producing for real. I played piano for a minute, but one thing I really learned today was just how music is more of an energy thing in terms of music creation process. Sometimes if you're feeling it, like you just go for it. Like there's no rule as to how to create music. It's more of a feeling. That's one of the things I learned. And then another thing I also realized too, it's kind of like a puzzle, like putting pieces together. You know, sometimes you start with your percussion, sometimes you feel in the piano more. So there's not like a formula to making a good beat. It's just about go with the flow and then just feeling the energy of the beat and just putting pieces together.
I'd say this workshop literally basically jump-started my career in a structured way, in a way where, okay, I'm actually doing this. Not that, okay, let's see if this works, but let's work it out. I'd say that's a very memorable experience that I've had with this workshop.
The workshop surprised me in many different ways. The first thing I thought was obviously that maybe the level of enthusiasm wouldn't be very high for people coming to learn from me. Because, you know, again, I'm also my own professional, also learning. But there were a lot of enthusiastic learners. There were a lot of people who had problems that they really wanted to solve. And I was surprised that I was also able to explain. It's my first time teaching anybody of this sort. So I think it's a new skill that, like, yeah, I got to unlock, talking to people, breaking down, learning. It was very interesting to see the different levels of talent now in Ghana. I think there's artists who are doing indie music, there's artists who are doing Afro beats, hip hop, there's a neo soul singer, you as well too. It's just really wonderful to see that variety amongst like a class group of people, and girls too. It's good to see some girl producers pulling up, trying to learn. I think we need more of that. I would encourage like more girls to even join the next workshop because it's a very safe and collaborative environment where I think like everybody was putting each other on too. It wasn't just me. I was learning something from the students as well. So yeah, I was very surprised by that. I think there's a lot of potential in Ghana and Accra, whatever's going on over here, definitely.
So you see, like, no key, even just messing around with melodies.
So why should someone join Vibrate membership to access all our workshops? I think this is very important because it gives you the privilege to be able to participate in almost all the workshops that we hold here, like the DJ workshop, the music production workshop, instrument learning program, and others that we are here to bring on board. Being a producer who knows much about production, I also think I've learned a lot from young dames, and even the participants myself, because they asked a lot of questions that made me to go research and then be able to come teach them. By so doing, I get to learn a lot.
I like the fact that everybody is unique in his or her own way. It's quite an interesting thing to see. I like it when I'm in an environment where I get to see different cultures, I get to see people who think differently. But this music space like brings us together.
I think safety is also one thing that definitely impacts people's creativity. If you're around people that inspire you and give you motivation, it improves your drive and gives you even more ideas.
The way I go about my production and the way Dems goes about his production, two different things. He working in the studio and him teaching is a different thing.
He just works. He doesn't have to explain why he's doing that. But here he explains, oh, I put this for this reason, I put that for this reason. So I get to take some of his cheat code, you know, and add it to my own. I've been here for like all the 3 workshops. And then through the 3, I've been able to connect with Kuvi, which I work for, North, which I work with, A-Town, which I'm currently working on a project with, and then K-So, which I'm in discussion with. That was through Vibrate. Before this, I didn't know them. So it goes beyond just playing beats, I guess.
When I was at my stage, even starting out as a musician, we always wished for, you know, like more people, you know, or more communities. So all I would say is that Vibrate is doing amazing because like Ghana needs more places and more safe havens like this where young creators can express themselves and actually make it their living as well too. This country is a young country, we have a young population, so I feel like whatever Vibrate's doing, if it's spread out, it could be a big ripple effect to the creative economy of this country. Don't hold yourself back from learning a good piece of information that may make your music better. At the end of the day, even though I'm here to help and to teach, I'm also learning a lot because it's not every technique or every approach that I may be accustomed to, and you know, we share and we collaborate. That's really the best way to become a better musician.
What is